I did see one clip today about the show, actually 2 clips about the show, but I've done a really good job at not actually taking part in the content because I didn't want my opinion to be swayed. We know that this is the episode where Gypsy and Ryan actually get divorced. Thank you, Brittany. We know this is the episode where Gypsy and Ryan actually get divorced. I saw one clip that highlighted triangulation so well. And I will point it out whenever we get to that point. I saw that clip, and then I saw another clip of Gypsy giving an interview to some magazine and talking shit about how she didn't enjoy sex with Ryan. So those were the only 2 clips that I saw. Hey, Charlie. And I do have thoughts on both of those, and I will go over my thoughts on all of that while we're watching the show. Okay, I'm using a different computer because I feel like the last camera I was using, it wasn't showing up all that great. This one, the picture looks really fucking good, doesn't it? What do you guys think? Does the picture look good? Yeah, I thought so. Thank you. I'm using my iPad's camera. I'm going to try to move closer. Cool. Okay. So let me try to zoom out. I'm using my iPad camera. So let me just try to get everything set up properly. Okay. So everybody thinks that the picture looks good. Awesome. 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 Okay. Yes, this is episode 7. It says, I'll see you in court. Hold on, buddy.
Ryan?
Hold on. I gotta hook it up to the TV and turn on the volume. Okay, you let me know if you think it looks better with the light on or with the light off. I'm fine either way. Let me know what you guys prefer. Sometimes I feel like I actually prefer it with the light off just because it seems more relaxing that way. But you guys let me know what you think. I'm happy to leave the light on. With it off, yeah, that's what I thought too. Sorry, my dog's butt stinks, so I had to go get a wipe to wipe his bottom. Okay. Yes, you are, Buffy. You are live. We are live right now. Okay. And I'm just starting. Oh, Colleen, thank you so much for the follow. She, I guess, should be glad she was able. Yeah. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it feels like because she was able to get a divorce in 6 months, it feels like there had to have been some sort of way for her to get a divorce in 6 months in the state of South Carolina. And I don't know if the laws are different for divorce in Louisiana as they are in South Carolina, but in South Carolina you have to wait a year of separation in order to get divorced, unless you can prove that there was adultery, that there was habitual drunkenness. Hey, I'm too shy. Habitual drunkenness, or like drug use, abandonment, or a couple of other things. So I'm feeling like if they were able to get divorced in 6 months, then there had to have been like cause. So it would have been basically at fault divorce, not a no fault divorce. You understand what I'm saying? Most states don't allow you to get divorced before a year unless it's an at fault divorce where or annulled. But I don't think that she's able to annul the marriage because they consummated their marriage. You're not allowed to get an annulment if you've consummated your marriage. Hey, Beatnik. You just double tap the screen, Buffy. So I feel like something had to have happened in order for her to get a divorce within 6 months. So if anybody can look up the law for Louisiana really quick and let me know what it says, and I'll go ahead and get started with the live.
That's what really helped change my life. Though I'm not a big fan of doctors.
Hey, Norma. Hey, Amber.
Exception.
They're talking about her book. Please tell me Christy read the book, because
I don't think she did. I don't honestly think she did.
she had to have not read the book if she has no idea, like, how nasty the book is. Like, how inappropriate, how nasty, how over-sexualized it is. Hey, Tabsy. Hey, Holly. Yeah, you did, Buffy. Just keep double tapping your screen, like you're tapping Christy's face, and it'll like the live.
I agree. She didn't give a crap about the
My
book.
dad left my mom. He left my mom on his birthday and kind of just basically said I want a divorce. I related a lot to him in that moment, and that kind of brought up some feelings because I myself left Ryan on my dad's birthday.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Okay, does she want to fuck her dad or something?
So she said she left Ryan on her dad's birthday, and Rod left basically Dee Dee on his birthday. What is her deal with dates? She's getting off of parole on Mia's birthday. She had the baby a year from her prison release date. It's almost like she wants some sort of significance in relation to the family. Like she wants there to be something that they can connect about. And that's why she chooses these things that are on the same day as everyone else. I would be pissed.
That, or she wants to F her own dad.
I do think that she does want to F her own dad. And there's got to be a connection. Yes, everybody sees that. You all see what I'm saying. It's weird.
Both have that in common.
She's a fucking bitch. You don't care what he tells people about whether or not Gypsy is seeing him. It almost sounds like Christy feels like Ryan is making them look bad. I don't think Ryan is trying to make anyone look bad. I think Ryan legitimately has a reason to be upset about all the things because of the way everything played out. And Christy was meddling in the marriage and like promoting this idea for Gypsy to get back with Ken. And I think that it's Christy's fault that Gypsy got back with Ken. I think that Christy portrayed the whole image as Ryan's not physically appealing to the public, and Ken is more physically appealing to the public and looks better for the show. Ryan doesn't look good physically for the show, and I think that that's the reason why she ultimately parted ways with Ryan, because she was trying to do what Christy wanted her to do, thinking that, you know, having Ken on the show, he's a little bit better attractive. Still not great looking, but better attractive than Ryan in some ways. And I think that she really forced that idea onto Gypsy. Of course, Gypsy makes her own decisions, but I do think that Christy put the ball in motion for Gypsy and Ken to get back together.
Hey, Viv.
Hey!
My voice is still a little messed up, but anyways, I'm gonna agree with you, but I also want people to not only give credit to Christy, because I've been hearing a lot, Christy's a mastermind, Christy this, Christy that.
No.
And although I do agree with that, Gypsy is not innocent here.
No,
He's
Gypsy
still-
definitely made the decision to cheat on her husband and go outside of the marriage to please the situation if it was Christy that was kind of promoting the idea. I do think that Gypsy was holding on to a lot of feelings and resentments towards Ken, and I think getting him back achieved some sort of grandiose idea that she had as far as like a level of achievement in getting him back.
Oh, for sure. I completely agree with that. But I also don't believe that they ever had a moment where they stopped talking to each other.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
From the documentary, if I remember correctly, it's been a while, the life before lockup or life after lockup or whatever, when she was still in prison, the day she got out, I think there was like, she was narrating something about how she still talked to him like 2 days prior to her getting out or something like that.
Yeah.
So for all we know, her and Christy had this whole plan all along.
Yeah, I can see that too. I can definitely see that this has been in the works the entire time. Like,
I mean, they feed
because
off
we
of
know
each
she's
other.
a planner.
With that,
Yeah, they
with
feed
that
off of
being
each other.
said, I had seen a TikTok of somebody saying that they think Aurora is older than what she is, because her, like, how the baby looks, she looks like she could be older than 3 months.
Yeah, and some people were saying that it was Ken's baby, but Gypsy and Ken were probably seeing each other before they announced it publicly also.
Yeah.
That's what I think. 'Cause
Yeah.
the fact that, oh, this is the day she got out of prison. Oh, I got out of prison this day and I had the baby. Just happened to have the baby that same day.
Right.
No, that's another one of your stupid fantasy stories. Absolutely
Yeah, I
not.
think so too. Okay, guys, I'm gonna press
Yep.
play. Hey, Karen. I don't think so.
Maybe he thinks if she sees him that she might change her mind.
I don't think so.
Somebody else.
I truly believe that Ryan sent that message because he saw a photo of Gypsy and likes her better with brown hair. I honestly, truly believe when he said that he sent her that message because he had seen a photo and prefers her with brown hair. I believe him. We don't have any reason to distrust Ryan. He's been pretty honest. We do have a lot of reason to distrust Christy and Gypsy. So her saying that she thinks that he's doing it to get attention, that to me seems like a projection.
She's the one that shared it to Bree. I'm just
Yeah.
going to say that.
Like they completely love the attention.
Right below me, you can see she has a message from Ryan Anderson. This was 18 hours ago.
And they did this to hurt him.
Messages, and I just want to make it very clear that it's not to hurt Ryan in any way.
Then what the fuck was it for? What the fuck was it for? Why would you purposely put this shit online? Why? She did it because she wanted to hurt him. She's
Girl,
pissed
wait
off.
till you hear what she says. Wait, I've already seen this episode. Wait till you hear what Gypsy says, girl.
Okay.
Asked about leaving Ryan alone, as if she's the one.
I do not want to be with him either.
Then why put it online at all? Why put it out there? That could have just been a message between you and Ryan. You obviously didn't respond. So why did you feel the need to put it online? Like, this shit doesn't even make sense.
Because once
They knew that they would hurt them.
Yeah.
Hurt him.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she absolutely wanted to hurt him. I
That
don't think that.
too.
I think she enjoys seeing other people in pain because of her actions. Like, I think that I truly feel like she enjoys hurting other people and seeing that she's hurting them. Like, she gets off on
She's
it.
a sociopath, and
Yeah.
I'm not a psychologist, but she fits all of the criteria.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Rosamel, she absolutely did not want to be responsible, just like she did with the crime, because Gypsy does everything by proxy to keep her hands clean. So she can say, "Oh well, I gave it to Bree. I didn't know she was going to put it online." Bitch, yes, the fuck you did. That was the point.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
She pisses me off. Like, I am so upset.
Take a breath. Let's take a breath. Deep breath. Because it gets worse. Oh, it gets worse.
I have a text from her. I would love to have a one-on-one with you on the day of our divorce.
Yes, we're exes, but can't we be civil exes? What's your comfortability level with me sitting down with him and just having a closure conversation?
Thank you for the follow, Sarah. Oh, he seemed pissed off about that.
You work hard, you pay in, so Social Security will be there for you. AARP will
I'm going to try to fast forward you guys. Hold on.
strengthen. So
Her true colors, we already know, but they're really starting to come out in this episode. It just, everything she says is just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
What?
She's not a good person. Like, at all.
No.
Hold on. I think I fucked up something. I think I accidentally hit exit. Give me a minute while I try to fix it.
Getting all worked up.
Yeah.
I know it's hard not to, though.
You know, leaked messages or whatever. Guys, I am going through a divorce. There are moments that I do still miss Gypsy. I mean, it's
Well,
just,
yeah, it's normal.
I'm working on it.
You were married for 3
You
years.
know, I know that she's about to have a baby with Ken. I know everything like that. I get it. But I do have moments, guys, and that was a weak moment. And And I was hurt that the messages were leaked because that's a private deal.
Yes, very private.
Messages. And I have messages that contradict the words. I have messages that.
Oh, do you hear that? He said, I have messages that contradict her words. I bet you do.
But he doesn't want to leak them. He doesn't want to leak them. And I'm like, dude, leak them.
I bet once he is like truly fully healed, I bet Ryan is going to write a book.
I hope so.
I hope so. I really hope he does, because I know he has a lot to say about, because once you get out of the narcissistic, cycle, your mind starts to clear up and you're able to see the manipulation and how it happened much clearer. But it does take some time. It usually takes about 1.5 to 2 years.
Well, he was with her for 3 years. I think a lot of people forget that, and they expect him to just get over it.
Yeah.
But they were together for a while, and he did a lot for her. So no, he's not going to just get over it, especially when it's in his face all the time. People want him to stop talking about it, stop fucking asking him about it.
Yeah, stop asking him about it. But this right here tells me that Gypsy was basically triangulating him and Ken throughout this whole entire separation. That right there shows that she has been. He may not be actually saying the words, but he is saying the words without saying it.
Right.
I mean, technically she still is, though.
Yeah, she still is. Yeah, for sure. She triangulates everyone.
She still misses me. And I have all those.
And he stepped over them.
What boundaries? You can't tell somebody that they can't talk about you. Like, is that what she's saying? I put my boundaries and he stepped over them, so this was retaliation? Everything she does is in retaliation.
I think she's mad because she doesn't want people to give him attention, and he gets a lot of positive attention, and she doesn't want that.
Yeah, I can see that she's upset about that. But is that what she's talking about? That Ryan went on live and must have said something about her?
Yeah, because he still talks about her on live, and she's mad that he goes live and makes money off of talking about her.
I think that she's confused on what a boundary is. A boundary isn't me saying, Roma, you can't talk about me, otherwise I'm going to do that. No, a boundary is me saying, I am not going to allow you to speak poorly about me in front of other people. If you do, I am going to leave. That's a boundary. Not you can't talk about me. That's trying to control somebody.
Well, she's the one that gave him the clout, and I think he should make money off of it. That's my opinion.
Absolutely agree. He should be making every single cent double that she makes, in my opinion.
He can stay mad. Okay,
so I saw this clip, and I want everyone to really pay attention to how masterfully she triangulates this situation and makes Ken believe that her having a sit-down conversation with Ryan is going to help Ken. Listen, because she does this so well that if you're not really focused on her words, you're going to miss it and you're going to be manipulated into it as well. Pay attention.
Sometimes it's just not been necessary. You've already had these closure conversations, and a lot.
So he's actually saying a lot of things that make sense. You've already had these conversations with Ryan previously. There's not really any need to continue to have this conversation again. Like, having it over the phone is basically the same thing as having it face to face, and there's no reason to have it face to face because you've already had it over the phone. But she manipulates the situation, and then he's like, okay, yeah, go ahead, do whatever.
Be erasing progress and reopening wounds that have already been patched over and they're still healing. But, maybe I don't fully understand.
Talk to my therapist about it.
She didn't talk to her therapist about it. She talked to her family about it. That's not a fucking therapist, Gypsy. Like letting go until they have a plan B in place. And she knows that Ken is 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And she was hoping that Ryan would continue to be her plan B. But because Ryan cut that cord, she no longer has a plan B. So she's now fishing for a plan B because at some point she knows that Ken is going to leave.
Is it just me, or does she seem happier in the clips with Ryan?
She definitely seemed happier with Ryan. I don't think I've ever seen her and Ken have a good time like that. Ever. They always seem very distant and closed off, and like they're just going through the motions. Like they genuinely have never looked happy. Not like that.
I agree. But I'm gonna drop because I have to go to work in the morning, so I have to go to bed.
Okay, Charlie, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Charlie.
Thanks for hanging. And I definitely agree, Rosamel, that Ryan actually loved her. I don't think Ken actually loves her.
He said, well, F you, I don't love you, and I'm going to go get happy.
And I think that's another thing. I think that she thought that she was going to be happier with Ken, and she's realizing that she's not, but she's already done all of this publicly and made a fucking fool out of Ryan and has totally lost him. Now she has to start all over again with the whole entire manipulation process. And a lot of these videos that she's doing is trying to reel in a new fish.
We have a life.
Oh, but they're praying.
You can call yourself a Christian and pray and still act like trash, which you do. I think that they thought that Ryan was going to show up, and it might be like a spectacle, like that he might, show his ass. I think that that's what they were thinking. That damn outfit was hideous. And I think she knew exactly what the fuck she was doing by putting that shit in that article. She knew that it was going to hurt Ryan, and that was the point, because she was butthurt that he didn't show up to the court hearing.
She never takes accountability for anything. Not one thing. Not one thing has she taken accountability for.
Hold on. Why is it not playing? Okay, let me exit out and start it again. Sometimes it does that. She's always deflecting. This bitch deflects everything.
I think it's hilarious, though, because the look on her face is so, like, forlorn and, like, sad, and I think it's hilarious because she thought she was going to control this one, you know?
Yeah.
And she's starting to look like she did when she was in the car with Ryan that last night when they were, like, I guess, not officially ending it, but kind of ending it, I guess.
Yeah, when she was saying, I just think that I'll be happy somewhere else.
Yeah, so I'm noticing her facial expressions the next couple scenes. I'm like, just wait till Ken says what he says and her reaction. I don't know why Ken's sticking around.
I don't think he will either. Run around, Sue. I agree with everything that you're saying. I think that she's more physically attracted to Ken, but she's not actually happy with him. Like I said, I think it was a relationship of a purpose. You know, what the optics. You know, Ken looks better optically than Ryan as far as like the show goes.
Yeah, but Ryan's so much more charming, you know?
He is, and he's got really good personality, and I think that that's what people love about Ryan is because he has a good personality, and he's so down to earth, and he's just like really easy to get along with, and I think that that's what makes him such a kind and caring and generous person.
Yeah, he seems cool.
What was that about?
That was what is that?
What was that?
I mean, he was trying to make a joke. Yeah, like she should have been like, woohoo, yeah, I'm divorced.
Yeah, he was literally trying to make a joke. And she just like rolled her eyes about it. Like, what the fuck? Hold on, I gotta do this. I gotta do this thing because we've been on for an hour. Hold on. Where's my volume?
L W E H B.
It makes me verify after an hour sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. I thought that was, he was trying to be funny, right?
I don't know why you're looking at me crazy.
Yeah, why are you looking at him crazy?
Anyway,
Should have been a celebration for them.
what about you?
Am I missing something? Why is that so weird?
No, it just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Bitch, you was married and now you're not, meaning you're free.
So you were in a marriage that, you are now out of.
Yeah.
A marriage that you didn't want to be in. Now you're free of that marriage.
Right.
You're free. You're one step closer to being free.
I see what you mean now. I'm like, so I'm single?
Yes.
I mean, you're legal.
What is her problem? It's like she's trying to have an argument with him about this. That's what it feels like to me. Like she's purposely going out of her way to not understand what he's saying so that she can make him feel stupid.
I think she knew exactly what he was saying. Maybe that wasn't the reaction that she wanted, but he was obviously joking and happy. Like, this has to be stressful for him. I don't feel bad for him because this was like, he knew what he was getting into, but I don't think he 100% knew either.
I don't think he 100% knew what he was getting into, but like this whole scenario right here, it's like she's looking for a reason to be upset with him when he's literally just saying like, yeah, you're free, you're not married anymore. Now,
like I said, it should have been a happy moment. Yeah.
I want to hit a bourbon tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I see what that was. She's upset that he said that she was single, basically like, okay, now you're not married anymore, but she was upset because he was saying that she was single as if they're not together. So she took offense to what he said.
That's her insecurity showing.
Yes, she took offense to what he said about her being free. She's like, what do you mean? Like, we're in a relationship. What do you mean I'm free? That's where that look came from. But he was more or less relating it to the marriage, not like their relationship. But she was definitely very insecure about that. So her clap back is, okay, I'm going to Bourbon Street. Pregnant as fuck. Go for it.
I didn't enjoy sex.
She's still fucking trying to triangulate the situation. Like, bitch, move on. Move on. You are now not married to him anymore. Like,
you can't tell me that. Sorry, go ahead.
Why does she keep trying to talk to Ken about Ryan? Like, leave the shit alone. He obviously does not want to fucking hear it.
Yeah, you can't tell me Ken's not sick of that shit. Like, I don't know why he continued. I wonder if he's watching this. Like, what the hell?
You can see it in his face. Like, he looked super annoyed. Yeah, Christy, you are so right. She wants to keep this triangulation going. She uses other men to keep the other guy insecure. That's basically what she did with Ryan. She kept using Ken to make Ryan insecure, which is exactly what it did. And then she got mad because he was insecure. And even though he was insecure, she still ended up with Ken. So like Ryan had good reason to feel insecure about the situation because she kept making him, I bet this is exactly what the fuck she would do all the time when they were on the phone together. Yeah, I can see that she needs to feel wanted at all times. And she was mad Ryan didn't show up to see her, so she didn't feel wanted. And now he's not making her feel wanted by saying, you're a free woman. She took offense to that because she's already upset about Ryan not showing up. So she's feeling attacked on all sides, like nobody wants her.
And
Wants her.
and I was like, that is so out of context. It was an interview about the book.
He's like, did you see that? Like, he was actually really annoyed. Hold on, I'm going to rewind it for just 1 second. Because he seems to understand that she's not fully over the situation, even though she claims that she is. Because if she was truly over the situation, she would not be bringing him up every fucking time. Literally this entire season, every episode, she has had something to say about Ryan. In every episode. Like, she has held on and held on and held on to the triangle for as long as she fucking possibly could. She's still doing it now. And this was filmed in December. We're going on fucking May. Good, this episode. I can tell you right now, if there were fans watching this episode, they're not going to like her after this episode. They are going to have a public. Like, it would be one thing if she was, sending mean text messages and they were just like two regular people, Joe Schmoes living in Mississippi that have absolutely no public persona. Nobody knows who the fuck they are. She has cameras following her around, filming her every move, and she did that shit on purpose to hurt him. Like, how much more hurt do you want him to experience? I just don't understand. She has continued throughout. I just don't understand. She has continued throughout this entire year. They separated a little over a year ago. For the entire year, she has continued to throw him under the bus at every opportunity that she can, and it's just disgusting. Can you guys hear me?
You're fine on my end.
Okay.
Medical procedures and treatments involving dermatology.
Okay. Let me turn that off.
They're going to spin that whole book signing. I knew they were going to do that when it all happened.
Yeah, and for her to be so concerned about her safety, like, how is it that her safety seems to matter more than everyone else's? Her mother's, everyone else's safety doesn't matter at all, but she wants everyone to care about her fucking safety. Like, this whole episode, I've been pissed off. Like, my blood pressure is fucking up.
I feel it. I feel your energy.
The flowers that got sent to the book sign, I know who they were talking about. The lady, that big wreath, JLK. Who sent them? Who sent them? That's
I don't even know.
Honestly.
Did someone actually send them, though, or was it staged?
Or was it staged? Because you know that they like to stage shit.
I mean, there were people filming the whole thing, and even though they got kicked out, they were still filming the front.
So the idea that they were, that the content creators were filming the exits and stuff, like, I don't know. They were
No,
not
she was there having coffee and a scone sitting on her computer.
So
that was it.
Yeah, they're basically lying because, again, it doesn't matter what the fuck is true. It matters what people will believe. And if people will believe that the trolls were coming in there to stage some sort of, negative experience, that's what they're going to try to spin. But when that episode airs, I'm sure Pink Pony has the receipts to show that that's not what actually happened.
Well, I know she's been taking a break for a while. I hope she's okay.
I haven't seen her.
Last I heard, she was taking like a mental break just from everything and all the negative shit. And I don't blame her because it's rough out there with everything going on for the creators, and everyone was fighting and coming at her for different things. And she was just there to film it. She never stated she was there to do anything else but film it. Now, do I think they could have kept it on the hush hush and been more successful with that? Absolutely. I don't think it should have been something that was put out there publicly.
I think that Gypsy enjoys the negative attention more than the positive attention. I think that she thrives on it.
I think it's both. I think she wants people to worship her and kiss her ass. And then, the haters get her ramped up. But I'm like, we're not being haters. We have factual evidence that you are not the person that you are saying you are.
Yeah. And I think that she also I think that she also feels like there's something to prove,
Always. That's why she was doing those lives on her show. Not only is she a narcissist and sociopath who watches herself, but she's trying to catch things so she can explain things happening on the show in real time. So she can control that narrative.
Yeah, I can see that.
It backfired on her big time, and she hasn't been on the past couple weeks, apparently. On Monday nights, anyway.
I'm curious, has she posted anything?
I don't see a lot of stuff from her page. I'm surprised she hasn't blocked me already, because when she does pop up, I do comment. Never gets approved by her, but I know she sees it. But I know she's done a couple of lives, but I've been so busy with Bear and stuff, I don't know. I'm a little behind.
The last post or whatever that I heard her make was The one on Easter. Oh no, there was another one. Apparently people were talking about why was she showing the baby's face in public. And then she made a video where Gypsy was talking in Mommy, Dead, and Dearest about Rapunzel and Mother Gothel and the story of Rapunzel and that type of thing. And she was like rolling her eyes at it or whatever. I don't know. It was a weird video.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think that video was from Gypsy's page, but it was like something stupid, and the person kind of overlaid something over that, and it was the Rapunzel thing.
Yeah, and
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. It was almost like she was rolling her eyes to the idea that people were saying that if she doesn't want public speculation about her daughter, then she shouldn't put her kid out in the public. And she was like, it's almost like she's going to have a real childhood or some weird shit. I don't know. But the fact is that there's absolutely not going to be any normal childhood for that little girl. Unless Gypsy moves away and changes her name and changes that child's name, like the last name, she's not going to have a normal childhood. And
no, she needs to disappear with that baby. Like, well, not disappear like that. Like, she needs to focus. And I don't know. The whole thing's very strange to me. I keep holding on to this weird hope that something, will change. Like something will snap in her brain. Like, oh, I'm a mom. I need to focus on this child. Like, this child is my priority, not internet, not social media, not comments, not who's watching her kid at all times. I'm not a mom, but I don't know any parent that has the time to do half the shit she's doing.
I don't either, truthfully. Okay, Christy, I don't know how to post the lives on my TikTok, and I'm not sure if I download it from TikTok and post it to YouTube, if I will get copyright striked because of Lifetime in the background.
You should do what Ivory was doing. She had the Mr. Bean. She had the Ivory Rose Grows Louder. She had the Mr. Bean filter on the whole time, and I was dying.
Was she able to post it on YouTube?
I don't know because it was live, but I know that people do those weird filters because it's harder to get the copyright, I think, because it's like you're altering the...
So I know Morgan, Elena, she like makes the sound different whenever she's talking versus whenever she's actually showing like clips of Lifetime. So I wonder if when I download it, if I can upload it to maybe CapCut and change the sound whenever like Lifetime is actually on, like high pitched or something, so I don't get copyrighted.
You can also, I think, speed up the audio because a lot of people I've seen on YouTube sometimes will do that.
Okay.
They'll speed up the whatever. They'll speed up the video. So, that might be something too.
Okay. I'll try to figure it out. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate that.
I want to apologize. I'm really awkward on live still, so I don't ever go live. It's only with you. So I apologize if I'm interrupting and stuff. I'm still very awkward.
I should reach out to Morgan and ask. I will. You don't sound awkward at all. Don't feel self-conscious. You sound totally normal. Like when you and I have conversations, it's totally fine.
Well, it's different because people aren't watching.
Yeah, I can understand that. But it's like we're having a text conversation. There's just extra people listening.
That's true.
Yeah. It is better on YouTube. Okay, well, I will try. I know whenever I do lives on TikTok, it takes a while for it to like filter and upload before I'm able to actually download it. I feel like one time we were watching the show, like one of the very first episodes, and I almost had to wait 24 hours before I was able to download it from TikTok and then re-upload it to YouTube. It takes a while to process.
That's what I heard about the YouTube stuff, that it takes quite a bit. I'm not an influencer. I've never tried it, but I've heard it takes quite a bit.
Yeah, it does. It takes quite a bit.
I think it's also because the videos are longer too, huh?
Yeah, I think if I was going live for like maybe an hour, it probably wouldn't be that bad, or anything less than an hour. But I think anything over an hour, it definitely takes longer to process and upload. But it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it tonight. But once it does upload, I'll try to figure out how to do the voice thing. I might look tonight to see how to get in touch with Morgan and ask her. I don't know if she's got an email or something on her page where I can find to send her a message. So I'm going to try to look it up. Because I watch her videos on YouTube, and she's definitely using some sort of voice alteration where it sounds like high pitched a little bit, like it's different. And it also does sound like it's a little bit sped up also.
Yeah, I just know that in the past with YouTube videos that I've watched where I couldn't watch it anywhere else, like there was a Gabby Petito documentary that I couldn't watch. And so I watched it on YouTube. It was very sped up and kind of hard to keep up with, but I got through it.
Okay. Now that I know that, it'll be easier for me to like upload other content that might be, copyrighted, because I still haven't done the Happy Face shows. And I've been
I haven't gotten past episode 2. It's painful. It's painful.
It is. It's almost as bad as this bullshit.
Well, look at you've got Melissa Moore, so. But the thing is, people watching Happy Face, they're going to believe all that bullshit when it's made up. I mean, not the killer itself, but
Like,
the
none of that
storyline
extra
that
shit is true.
no, it's
None of
not.
it.
And then she doesn't come up, I don't think, in the credits, but apparently, according to the internet, she's been highly involved in the storyline plot.
Oh, yeah, she was.
And my spidey senses were tingling that first episode. I was like, let me look this shit up because something's weird about this whole thing. She's not a martyr.
It
She's
definitely
acting
didn't
like
feel
one.
normal. And she wanted to, you can tell that she was like wanting to look like the hero of the show,
Mhm.
which is weird because it's like, you're the daughter of a murderer.
Well, he says it. There's a line in the first episode where Dennis Quaid, the actor Dennis Quaid, he says, well, you like the attention.
Yeah, and she does. Wonderwall says she was the world's best detective. Melissa.
She's amazing, you know, award winning over there. Oh, and real quick, going back to Gypsy's book. Okay. So she says on the episode right now that she's read it over and over and over
Yeah,
again,
50
right?
times.
But when she got the backlash from it, all of a sudden it was, oh, well, I didn't know about this and I have to go back through it. Bitch, really?
Where is that clip?
I gotta find it.
Find it for me so we can do the contradiction.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then that video with the 6 days in between saying, I don't have a workout routine. And then 6 days later showing your bullshit ass, not even workout routine. Which, what was that? Those were not.
Girl, it was literally 2.5 minutes of her trying to mix exercise and lifting weights, almost like she was trying to do jazzercise.
Don't follow her because you will injure yourself and it won't do anything for you. Oh my God, have you seen the videos of people like doing the workout?
No.
Day one of the Gypsy Rose workout. I'll send them to you next time they come up on my feed.
I'm going to look for one right now because I just
They're
need
so
to
funny.
laugh. Hold on.
Day one of Gypsy Rose's exercise routine. So funny.
I think this episode pissed me off more than any other one.
I knew it was going to, and I was like, I can't wait because I was scrolling and I came across it on Ivy Rose Grows Louder. And I was like, well, let me chill with her for a bit. And I saw the Mr. Bean filters and I died laughing because it fit them all so well, especially Gypsy. So I hung out over there and watched it and I was like, oh my God, I can't. That's why I asked you, have you watched it yet? Can we talk about it yet?
No, is this for real or is this a joke? Hold on.
No, I think it's a joke. It can't be for real. Come on.
Pretty girls walk like this. All the pretty girls walk like big boss bitch. Pull up in the bed, put out my wrist with some ice around my neck. Shitting on my ex.
Somebody said you're going to be so snatched in 3 days. Hold on. Okay, I thought it.
Pretty girls walk like this. Pretty girls walk like this. All the pretty girls walk like big boss bitch. Pull up in
You should
the
not be swinging your arms like that.
Right? But that's what she was doing.
I know.
Oh, that's so funny. Hold on, let's find another one.
Yeah, I came across like 2 or 3 of them the other night.
Magda's funny.
Oh, yeah. That's too much energy, Magda. You gotta go slower than that. She's too good. She's not out of breath enough, though. Magda, more out of breath. That's too much work.
I'm gonna comment that. I'm gonna say it. We need you to be more. We need you to be more out of breath.
If Gypsy did that, she would fucking collapse. And I'm not talking shit about her disorder because that's unfortunate, but like.
Magda's funny as hell. Okay, we gotta watch it again. This is a good song too. I love. This is a good song too. I love this song.
That's what I'm saying. This workout was too hard for Gypsy. She can't handle it. Too much energy. Too much energy.
Magda's working out harder than Gypsy. You right, Rosamel.
Yes.
She's doing her little 80s routine. And the dumbbells aren't even real. They're paper.
I can't. Hey, Viv, I'm getting an important call from
Okay, I'll talk to you
my
later.
fair boss. I will talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, we've got to read some of these comments, you guys. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so somebody says, LOL, way too much movement at the same time. Think she will get some tips here, as she only does one thing at a time. Loved it. Keep them coming. I can't with the headband. I love you. Holly, I'll have to show it again. Oh my God, laugh so hard. Thank you for the laughter. Best moves on the internet. Magda, thanks. Starting the week and lots of laughing faces. This is fantastic. I would work out with you, Magda. Opening this while I'm at work made me laugh. I tried to hide my phone. best one. I haven't seen any other ones, but if you were having a bad day, you won't be after this. Okay. The fact that the dumbbells aren't real. That's so funny. Oh my god. I wonder if Gypsy's seen that. I bet if she has, she's probably mad as fuck. Hold on. Goes all the way to the floor with the hinge or with the lunges. Oh my god, y'all, everybody is clowning her. Pretty girls walk like this. Pretty girls walk like this. At least she actually has dumbbells. Everybody is fucking clowning her. That shit is funny as fuck. And here's hers. This video was in response to Ryan, though. You know it was. How do you, seriously though, how do you take a woman who unalived her own mother and is out here trying to be an influencer? How do you take that seriously? How do you take it seriously? Right? I told you this was done on purpose. Like the outfit and everything was done on purpose. She wanted to be wearing the smallest bit of fabric on her chest and showing everything because she wanted Ryan to see this and send her a message because she is so upset that Ryan is not fucking interested in her anymore right now. Oh, do you guys watch Prison Princess? Christy, I do not understand the people that think that she's pretty. I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. Because in my eyes, she's not a pretty person. Even if she was, I couldn't allow myself to think that she's pretty because of what she did. You know what I mean? Like, pretty to me is not just on the outside. Pretty to me is pretty on the outside, like aesthetically pleasing on the outside, but also who you are on the inside. JJK, you're kidding. I'm good, Brittany. How are you? So I feel like being pretty is more about looks, how you look on the outside. It's about who you are inside too. Alexa, off. And you have to have both in order to actually really be considered as beautiful. Alexa, off. I think you have to have both in order to be considered beautiful. What is going on with my Alexa? Okay. Yeah, she's definitely paid for the bots because I can't see people actually thinking that she's pretty. Okay, so I wanted to see what Prison Princess had to say about this week's episode because I really like her. She's got, was that creepy? I'm so sorry. She's always got like really insightful things to say. I can't remember if she was one of the females that was in prison with Gypsy. I don't know. I think maybe she was, but she always has really insightful things to say. So let's see what she has to say. I do feel bad for both the baby and Ryan also.
Of the snooze fest of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And it starts with us to be involved in all of this.
See, even she says.
And the smartest thing that Rod could have ever said was that he is a heartbroken man. He sees this woman in his face every day, and he still loves her. Now, I'm not a Ryan fan, and y'all know that. But he actually backed him up on that. And Krusty was like, he's a douche because of the text message he sent. Why are you doing that, Krusty?
Yeah.
I mean, Krusty, why are you doing that? Why are you perpetuating this hate towards a man that only loved Gypsy and tried to help her? Not that I'm saying that I'm a Ryan supporter. We all know he was a trick. But at the end of the day, he actually loved her. We all know he was a trick. But at the end of the day, he actually loved her. Anyways, I'll continue. Okay, now, Gypsy, come on with your lies and propaganda.
The propaganda.
Ryan knows damn well he can put you on blast and that you play games with him. So sitting there trying to play the victim and the innocent one when you cheated on him, used him, lied to him, got pregnant before you were divorced. May I go on? I digress. Literally broke his heart into a million pieces.
And is still trying to.
Then you let Bree expose text messages just to slap him in the face? Why is it always that you have to just be like, haha, people, haha, I'm right, you're wrong, he's wrong, haha, people? Do you just continuously hurt people?
I think she enjoys
your mom. And if y'all watch Candace Starr, you will never think the same about Gypsy Rose Blanchard ever again. Whether you believe it or not, you'll never feel the same about the case, ever, or her. So if you follow me, don't follow me like her, don't
Oops.
follow like her, whatever. Go watch Candace Starr on YouTube because it'll blow your freaking mind. Anyways, back to
Kimber,
this
come lay down.
episode. Rod is the only one that has any damn sense. It's unfortunate that he didn't have any damn sense when it came to you growing up and helping your mother out with a child that was literally out of control and really just wanted to be catching that D.
That's
Rod
what
is
she's
the only
doing
one that has
now.
any common sense. And, the accent,
Oh, you know
it
what?
just comes and goes.
Somebody told me, I can't remember who, but somebody said that that her dad literally wanted her to go to a mental health facility after prison. Like, he didn't want her coming to live in his house, that he actually wanted her to go to a mental health facility. And that's the reason why she ended up planning to marry Ryan. I said it too, Buffy. She's a sadomasochist and she loves hurting people. Yes, and Christy wanted her there for the money, but Rod didn't. And, of course, Christy won out. She should have been. She should have gone into a mental health facility. She obviously, clearly has a lot of issues that she has not resolved. Christy is enjoying every bit of the money that comes with it. I think Mia is starting to get tired of it. I think she's starting to wisen up to what's actually going on and that her entire family lied. Right, and the fact that she tried to deflect responsibility onto someone else, and it's like a constant pattern that she says, oh, I didn't do it, it was someone else. Like, how do you not see that? How do you not see that it's a pattern? Oh, I didn't do it, it was someone. Yeah, I think Rod purposely is like out on the shrimping boat or whatever he does. All right, you guys, it's getting late, so I'm going to go, but I will see you tomorrow, and I'm going to try to figure out this whole thing. I need to look up Morgan and see how to change the voice and all that so that I can post it to YouTube. But if you're following me on YouTube, if you're not following me on YouTube, you can find me over there, and I'll try to figure it out so I can post it up. Have a good night.